We are the Banal Group and we are here presenting our project. For the members, we have Al Francis, Balenya, Brinch Banyo, and Inchon Vincent. For the presenter, it will be each group will be presenting their according part. For the first part, the admin login will be presented by Brinch Banyo.
I'm presenting the admin login. If the admin enter a user admin and then the password is admin show password login. If the
And
admin use a correct username or password, the program will be go on the dashboard. That's all.
that's all for his part. For the next part, the manage student record. On this, one of the minimum requirements on the based on the PDF file project. On this form, we can assign a student as an admin or a borrower. And now it's been added. That's all for the manage student record, where we can assign a user as an admin or a borrower. For the next minimum requirement, we have the manage book category. This will be presented by Inchon Vincent.
To add the book, you need to click the new button. Add a category. Right. Add new categories like TCS STEM. Then save the button. Then the new book category is presented to JTable. And if you want to update the JTable, you need to click the update button and select the book you want to update. And now it will be updated in JTable. If you want to delete the category, click the delete button and select a category in JTable. Searching, delete. That's all.
That's all for the part of Incheon Vincent. For the next minimum requirements of the PDF file project, the manage book information. Here we can add a books. For example, here adding a new book. It will automatically give you a book ID, auto-generated. And here we have, you can select a category based on the book title you put in. Author is And we can also add a price. It depends on the book. Quantity, we can set it to depends on the how many is available. After that, we can update the selected book on if we want to. For example, this one is out of stock. It will update. And now deleting a book is it will delete. For the next part, the book inventory, we have a book stock section where we can add a copy of books and it will be available on the users, the borrower. So add stocks, new, and here we have the book ID. The list of IDs depends on the books you want to add a copy. And they have a stock ID. It depends on the book. So let's say we add this. We can also select a status, good or a damaged book. Now add. And we can also update a stocks, like we want to select this as a damaged book. And that's all. For the next part, the manage and borrowing transaction will be explained by Brinch Banya.
So for the manage borrowing and return, if we select the pending borrower and then we can approve the pending. Approve. We can approve it and then okay. So that's when we approve. We can search the borrower also in the top and then the return request return. We can also select in the table the pending request return and then process and select and then process so that the return will be processes approved. So that's all for my part.
And also for the additional, we can also set a user to be penalized. It depends if the return date has been long gone for 10 pesos for each day. That's all. And for the next part will be the coding. So on the admin login, it will be explained by Bridge Banyo.
So for the login admin, when the user is type a correct username, the dialog and then the password will be correct. The dialog will be appear that the admin is successful login.
That's
And
all
then
for,
when
wait, sige.
see
That's all for his part. For the next is the manage student, add student. So here we have the ID, the auto-generated ID for each student. And here we have the string for the combo box, the admin and the borrower, and the college list for the college. So here on the college list, we have the list of courses. Depends on the index you selected. It will show this. And now for the table, we have a row. For the add, we have the this row of data. We have 9 datas. So each of these will get the selected item and text. Depends on the input data that user has added, and it will be added to the model student table. And that's all for the add student. The next is the update student. For here the same as that, and here the mouse click, if the user clicks a JTable, it will automatically get the selected data. Now for the update row, we have, it will, on the text field, it will set a value on the selected table. For the delete student, on this row, the delete button, we have, if the student row count is 0, it will show a J option, confirm dialog. Are you sure to delete? If yes, it will delete. And if no, it will show this, select a row to delete. For the next part, the code, it will be explained by add category by Incheon Vincent.
We have here the and that's the code. To add the category, pick the new column or as a text that category to save the category. And that is the code for save the category. So
For
for built-in update, built-in update. If name that equals to selected index written 5, J option pane show message dialog content edit because it already has pick category and the the su- the updated is successfully. J option pane that show message dialog updated success.
Delete category.
Delete category. The if the CBO delete that get selected index greater than or equal for CBO delete category that remove it remove item at CBO delete category get selected in. If the category is successfully removed, J option pane the show message dialog successfully removed. And that if it is not successfully removed, J option pane the show message dialog cannot be.
That's all for his part. And next will be add stocks. I'll be explaining this code. For the string, for the combo box, we added this list of book ID. And here, each selected item that is selected, these text fields, it will set this to this in text that is in here. And the new button, it will increment the ID value of each automated book ID. For the add, this row data, all the item on the field, it will get and input it to the table. For the update stocks, string for combo box, good or damage, and here the table, same as that, it will get the value on the selected row and set on the fields. And then the update row, all the fields, it will set the value on the table. Nawala. For the frame approve, it will be explained by Branch Banyo.
So for the frame approved, when the user when the admin um, yes. When the admin approve the pending student, the the message dialog will be appear that the student request will be approved.
For the return process,
For the return process, when the admin select a pending return books and then approve to return it, the message dialog will be appear that the return process will be approved also.
now let's move on to the student.
For the student, just like a admin, login admin also, the login student. When you click the login, a username some, and then
There's also a different users. Nakalimutan ko. So here's the student from borrower form. Here, for this part, the view available books. This is the user can search. Or borrower can search a author, depends on the what the author wants. Cut na lang yun. For this issue book, we have we can issue a book. You can also select a category and stock, depends on the available books. Select a date and then process. So message dialog now clear. So for the return book, there's an ID, return ID, category, type of return, late or on time. And for the view transaction, this is where the user or the borrower can view all his transaction. That's all. Thank you for listening. Okay na pre. Hindi pala.